The aloof campus queen's secret as an illegitimate daughter got exposed, and her mom's private photos were plastered all over the city. Bullied by classmates, and with her mom taking her own life, she plummeted from the top of the world into rock bottom overnight. The night she couldn't take the humiliation anymore and jumped into the river to end it all, I dove in after her and pulled her out. The girl was a total mess, but her eyes sparkled like jewels, full of life. Why save me? I gripped her hand tight, but I kept the words, "I've liked you for years," locked behind my teeth. After that, I took her back to my tiny 100-square-foot apartment, and we leaned on each other, becoming each other's everything. The day the college entrance exam scores came out, I had a choice: go to a solid-state school or work to pay for her to attend Stanford. I picked the latter without a second thought. She was quiet for a long time before saying, "Sean, I'll make sure you live a better life." And she did, with her actions. She skipped grades, knocked out her master's and PhD together, and became a young professor at Stanford by 23. Our life got better too. She moved us into a fancy Ocean View condo in Los Angeles. I thought the hard times were finally over. Until one day, I accidentally saw her phone. Gavin Reynolds, son of the Stanford president, handsome, accomplished, a real star. He'd sent a bunch of messages. "Experiment failed again, bummer. I grabbed you a coffee, left it in your office." No reply. "Do you hate me?" Elena replied coolly, only explaining when Gavin pushed. "I don't hate you. I just don't know how to interact with guys." The next day, out of nowhere, Elena asked me what gift would make a guy happy. In that moment, my heart felt like it was being stabbed. I finally got it. Elena felt gratitude toward me, not love. But Gavin came to me directly, with a folder full of copies of those photos that had driven Elena's mom to suicide years ago. Elena's half-brother is planning to pull the same stunt and ruin her again, but I stopped him. "Mr. Carter, Elena and I are perfect together, but she's tied down by gratitude and can't commit to me, so she's stuck with you. But you can't protect her. If you stay, those photos might leak and all her hard work goes down the drain. If you let go," he said quietly, "I'll protect her and help her soar." Yeah, Elena doesn't love me, and I can't shield her. Leaving seemed like the best option. At dawn, I called my best buddy back home. "Tyler, I'm heading back to town at the end of the month. Save me a spot at your diner." He sounded shocked. "What? You're coming home? You've supported Elena for years. Why not stick around and enjoy the good life? Why suddenly head back to Riverdale? Did she do something to screw you over?" "No, she's been great to me." I cut him off, my fingers absent-mindedly tracing my phone. "I just don't want to be here anymore. What about Elena? She coming with you?" I held my breath for a second. "I'm going alone. She'll stay here, get married, have kids, start a new life." After hanging up, my phone buzzed. "Gavin, Mr. Carter, have you decided?" My fingers hovered over the screen for ages before I replied. "Yeah, I'll leave Elena as soon as possible." The screen went dark, and suddenly my stomach burned like fire. I curled up on the floor, sweat soaking my clothes. Elena walked in and saw me lying there, then rushed to get my meds and pour water, bringing the warm cup to my lips. I whispered, "Thanks, sorry for the trouble." "What trouble?" "Elena froned. You know your stomach's bad. Why forget your meds?" "Elena." I started to tell her I was heading home, but her phone rang. It was Gavin. "Hey, want to watch the meteor shower? Now." "Okay." She hung up, grabbed her coat. "I've got something to do. Rest up at home." She left, closing the door softly, but it hit my heart like a sledgehammer. The next day, I quit my job at the restaurant. The manager begged me to stay a few more days until they hired someone. I agreed. Coincidentally, a big group came in, Stanford students for a party. As I handed out menus, I spotted a photo on the table. Elena and Gavin together. She was in a white blouse, eyes still cool, but her lips curved up slightly. Gavin had his arm around her shoulder, his smile dazzling. "Don't they look perfect together?" A girl followed my gaze, excited. I looked down, pouring water as I quietly asked, "Are they really close?" "Totally," the girl sighed. "But Professor Brooks comes from a rough background, and she's got this savior guy she owes." Another girl smirked. "Heard the guy's a dropout. No real job, just gigs, totally not good enough for Professor Brooks." My heart clenched like an invisible fist was squeezing it, making breathing hard. "Your hand's shaking," the girl said, looking at me. "You okay?" I forced a smile. "Nah, just agree with you." After my shift, I rushed out and stopped dead at Stanford's gates. Elena and Gavin were walking side by side. He took off his scarf and wrapped it around her neck thoughtfully. I held my breath. Elena, who hates germs, didn't push him away. "Last night's meteors were amazing," Gavin laughed. Elena nodded. "Yeah, let's do it again sometime." They talked experiments, conferences, research, all stuff over my head. Suddenly, it hit me. Elena and I were on parallel tracks that'd never meet. For the next few days, Elena didn't come home. Scrolling Instagram, I'd see Gavin's posts. Elena joining him at the library, buying him breakfast, tying his shoelaces. I watched silently, packing my bags. Over the years, I didn't have much stuff, except my photo album, full of sneaky shots of Elena. Her profile studying, her back cooking, frowning in sleep. When Elena got home, I was finishing the last box. Packing for what? She stood in the doorway, cat. Junk I don't need, gonna toss it. I didn't look up, afraid she'd see my red eyes. She hummed, came in for water. Good idea. This place feels off anyway. I bought a villa, we can move in soon. She paused, then added, come see it with me today. My fingers trembled, but I nodded. Might as well see her new home before I go. The gated community in Los Angeles was pristine, trees everywhere, so quiet it felt cut off from the world. At the door, we ran into Gavin. He was in a white tee, grinning bright. You guys are here? Sean, bro. We're neighbors. Nice to meet ya. He invited us over enthusiastically. Pushing open his door, I froze. White sofa, raw wood dining table. Even the lamps matched what I'd seen at Elena's. Elena and I picked them together, Gavin laughed. Crazy how our tastes match. It's like one big house. He winked. Friends say if we knocked down the wall, it'd blend perfectly. Elena smiled from his side. He's studying design, great eye. A sharp pain pierced my heart. Yeah, once I'm gone, they can be together. It was lunchtime, so Gavin suggested eating out. He picked a French bistro, menu all in French. I couldn't read a word. Elena sensed my awkwardness and took the menu. I'll order. Food came, and I fumbled with a knife and fork, accidentally knocking over my plate. Sauce everywhere, plate shattered. People stared in disgust. I bolted to the bathroom to wash up. Suddenly, screams outside. Fire. My face drained. I rushed out for Elena. Pushed around in the crowd. I fell, then saw Elena helping Gavin, urgently telling the driver, hospital now. The car door slammed, leaving a blur. I stood there, my scraped hand burning, but it was nothing compared to my heart. I went to the ER alone, got bandaged, then home to book a ticket. I dozed off, dreaming of old times. 15-year-old Elena by the river, asking why I saved her. 18-year-old Elena waiting up late for me. 20-year-old Elena hugging me. Sean, I'll make sure you live better. 23-year-old Elena had someone she loved. No need for me anymore. When I woke, Elena was by the bed, watching me. You bought a ticket. Where to? I paused, whispering, Grandpa's death anniversary soon. Heading home. Elena nodded, no offer to join. Over the next days, she moved stuff to the new place. I left my bags, saying I'd sort and follow. She didn't question it, just packed hers and went. Soon the apartment was empty. I sat in the living room, my breaths echoing in the void. I tossed some old clothes, but on the way back, someone in the hallway clamped a hand over my mouth. Everything went black. I woke tied to a chair in an abandoned warehouse. A man stood before me, face resembling Elena's, looking down coldly. You're the one who saved that bastard, Elena? He smirked. You want her back to steal my inheritance, huh? It was Elena's half-brother. I rasped. She never wanted your money. Your dad betrayed her mom. My voice shook, but I meant every word. Her mom was tricked, not a homewrecker. Elena's no bastard. Tough talk. He grabbed my jaw, forcing my head up. Call Elena now. I clenched my teeth, refusing. He snatched my phone and dialed. No answer. He kept calling, still nothing. Years together. And this? He mocked. She doesn't care if you're dead or alive. Why protect her? My chest stung, but I croaked. Elena's not like that. Enraged, he kicked my gut. Sharp pain ripped through me. I curled up, sweat drenching my back. Listen, every missed call from Elena, I pull a tooth. He patted my cheek. See how bad she lets you die. The first tooth yanked raw. Agony like ink spilling, blur my vision. I writhed, letting out broken, animal moans. Elena didn't pick up. 2 teeth, 3. Blood filled my mouth, no response. After the last, it connected. But Gavin answered, hello? Elena pulled an all-nighter on experiments, just crashed. Who's this? His pitying look burned. Hear that? The woman you protect ditched you for another guy. Pathetic. Gavin sensed trouble. Who is this? Doesn't matter, the man sneered. Get Elena here, or collect his body. Time blurred until the door opened. Footsteps. Gavin alone. They whispered. The man snorted, glanced at me. Lucky today. After he left, Gavin rushed me to the hospital. Docs treated my wounds, fitted temp teeth. Gavin averted his eyes like my state was too much. Thanks for taking the hit for Elena. He murmured. I negotiated with her brother. He'll leave her alone forever. I rasped, what terms? Gavin eyed me, shook his head. Just know with me, she's safe. I nodded. Never tell Elena, ever. Over the next days, I recovered while rediscovering the city. Phone rang. Elena, where are you? Her voice cool as ever. I sent my location. 10 minutes later, she appeared by the river. Why here alone? She stopped beside me, gazing at the calm water. Just reminiscing. I whispered. Remember when we first got here? She was silent long, then, better to sail for new horizons than dredge up sunken ships. I stared back. You don't miss it at all? No. Calmly. I even hated it. My heart jolted. I wanted to ask. Hate our years too? But swallowed it. Yeah, moved forward. Chasing our paths. Leaving, we bumped into Gavin. Casual shirt, jogging over smiling. Elena. What a coincidence. Hanging with buddies. His eyes lit up at her. You get along with them? Join us? I stood aside as social avoidant Elena nodded. In the private room, Gavin's friends teased at Elena. Whoa, Gavin snagged the big fish. Stanford's hotshot young prof. Regular folks couldn't pull that off. Gavin's got pull. Gavin blushed, shoving them. Cut it out. Someone spotted me. Who's he? Gavin glanced. Campus waiter, Elena's friend. Waiter. They exchanged looks. Professor Brooks hangs with that? Kinda low rent. Gavin changed topics. Enough, game time. I sat quietly in the corner. Soon, they played board games. Elena sucked at them. Lost first round. Penalty. They hooted. Phone check. She handed it over. Opening messenger. They cooed ambiguously. Gavin was pinned. Chats daily. Her replies instant. Ooh, they winked. Open photos. Amid lab shots, rare portraits. All Gavin. Side profile analyzing data. Smiling over coffee. Asleep in the lab. In my corner, dull pain spread in my chest. Suffocating. Gavin snatched the phone red-faced. Elena stayed composed. Ears pink. Second round. Gavin lost. Drew drink penalty. I'm sick, he whispered. Swap. No way. They jeered. Can't. Let Professor Brooks sub. Gavin waved off. She's never drunk in class tomorrow. Before he finished, Elena downed a glass. One after another, unfazed. Prof's a boss. Going all out for Gavin. Amid cheers, I fled to the bathroom, uneasy. Gavin waited in the hall. When you leaving? Straight up. I paused, then tomorrow night's train. He blinked, smiled. Convenient. Planning to confess to Elena, then. He tilted his head, eyes playfully pitying. Safe travels. I started to speak. Door opened. Elena stood there, cheeks flushed, eyes vacant, drunk. Safe travels to who? She frowned. Gavin shook his head, smiling. Nothing, chatting vacations. She didn't push, grab my arm. Let's go home. Her hot palm scorched my heart. On the way, she leaned on my shoulder, mumbling research jargon I didn't get. Occasionally, his name, Gavin. I stiffened, nearly cried. Even drunk, he's on her mind. Next afternoon, I cleaned the apartment thoroughly. Elena woke. I made hangover soup. Thanks. She took the bowl, voice hoarse. Heading home today. I nodded. I'll see you off. I didn't refuse. Wanted those last hours with her. She walked me downstairs, hailing a cab. How long this time? Paused. Pick you up when back. I opened my mouth. Her phone rang. Gavin, Elena, lab now? Urgent. His tone brooked no argument. She hesitated, looked at me. I smiled. Go if needed. She paused, nodded. She loaded my bags in the trunk, watched me get in. Safe trip. In the car, I stared at her shrinking figure in the rear view, until a dot. In my heart, goodbye, Elena. On the train, dusk fell. Phone buzzed, Gavin's video. I played. Lab, him in white coat, shyly to Elena. I love you. It cut off, but I knew by home they'd announce it. I breathed deep, sent Elena my last message. Elena, I'm gone. Don't feel owed or need to repay. Everything these years was my choice. I saved you, paid for college, stuck through the worst. Not for repayment, not to chain you forever. You've got your path now, and Gavin, he fits better. You chase yours, I've got mine. This is goodbye. Wish you and Gavin happiness. Find someone too. Sent, I powered off, watching scenery blur, oddly calm. 10 years as ink and blood, finally ending this obsession. Elena, I love you. Seeing Gavin's expectant eyes, Elena froze at a loss. Say yes. Professor Brooks, go for Gavin. Lab crowd cheered. She stayed silent. Gavin's eyes reddened, teary. Gavin, let's talk outside. He persisted. Elena, I love you, be my girlfriend? Flashes of their time. Extra funding, denomination chances. She knew it was him. Okay, hoarsely after ages. Congrats, Prof and Gavin. Quiche. Amid cheers, Gavin leaned in, lips on hers. Soft touch sparked Sean's shadow in her mind. Acceptance letter day, their kiss in the cramped apartment. Awkward first. She remembered Sean's face. Unease stirred, mind wandering. Elena, dinner with my dad tonight? Tell him we're dating. She turned, met his eyes. His face flushed, shy or hot lap. But her heart felt empty. A voice whispered, no, not him. Snapping back, she smiled, sure. En route to dinner, she called Sean. No answer. Staring at her phone, time ticked. No word. He always picked up instantly. This was off. Anxiety built. She redialed, but Gavin interrupted. Mall there. Grab wine my dad likes. 2 bottles. She set the phone down, shook off the weirdness. Maybe bad signal or busy. 10 years together. What could happen? With that, she linked arms with Gavin. Come on, and a gold bracelet for your mom. At dinner, Gavin's parents loved her. Elena, school's got grants next month. Prep your docs, I'll approve for the lab. When you two engaging, dean election next year, I see you in it. His words thrilled her. Thanks, sir. Engagement. Let Gavin handle whatever makes him happy. Meal was joyful. She drank extra, tipsy. Gavin helped her to the car, arms around her shoulders, whispering, Elena, love me, and I'll give you everything. He didn't take her home, his villa instead. Holding her waist, his flushed face lingered. He touched her cheek, but questioned, Elena, do you love me? Restraint crumbled, her calloused hands around his neck, kissing. Yes, of course. Heat made her voice raspy. I love you. She was buzzed but aware. Sinking into booze, she'd clawed to this spot. Not easy. Sean, she'd make it up to him. Air grew charged, bodies heating, words choking into moans. Morning sun on the bed, Gavin woke to empty space. No messages, unease flickered. If urgent, she'd tell him, not ghost. But it faded. What could happen? His biggest obstacle was Sean, gone now. Sean meant her than his pinky. With that, he got up leisurely, headed to campus. Elena woke early, head throbbing. Sean, I need a drink. Half said, she realized. Not home. Not Sean who brew soup, massage her temples. Unease surged. She bolted. No note for Gavin. Grabbed cake, rushed home. Sean, sorry, worked late, didn't want to wake you, stayed out. Brought your favorite cake. She set it down. But no Sean rushing to greet her. San. Bedroom empty. Searched rooms. No sign. Then it hit. He went home yesterday. She exhaled, chuckling at herself. Ridiculous thought. 10 years. He wouldn't just leave. Phone buzzed. Quick scan. Heart pounded like drums. She shook her head in disbelief. No way. Frantic unlock. Hands shook. Lab-steady fingers fumbled. Finally, their chat. Why say that? Misunderstanding. Sent. Red exclamation. Not friends. Add first. Undeterred, she spammed messages. Only red marks. Anxiety swelled. She called, heart pounding. Saw the... Can't connect. Try later. Robotic voice echoed till hung up. She stood stunned in the empty living room, once cozy, now vast. Silent void screamed his absence. She slumped on the couch, clutching her phone. Read his words over and over. Why? Why leave? Irritation churned. Memories flooded. Doorbell snapped her back. She rushed. Opened. Eyes dimmed at the visitor. Elena, what happened? You left so fast. No word. Check lab. They said you didn't show. Everything okay? She didn't answer, stepped aside. Did you tell Sean about us? Gavin paused, startled, then normal. Yeah. Met her eyes, no pick. He saved you years ago. You two had time, debts paid. You gave him a good life. Isn't that enough? You're a rising prof. Gonna tie yourself to him forever? He approached. If you feel guilty, I'll compensate him. In cash to live easy anywhere. Elena shoved him, eyes icy. What did you say? Elena, I think you're talented, but geniuses are everywhere. Without me, you'd relive that mess at 15. Sean got you through tough times, but he can't boost your career or rocket you up. You okay with that? Stuck as the illegitimate kid forever. He stopped, set breakfast down, stared as she twisted in conflict. Elena, I love you, don't care about your past. Our forever promise stands. Last night's words too. After he left, silence returned. Elena wrestled pain and indecision. Get all up? From a discriminatory small town to top uni prof. 10 years of hell, bullying. No way she'd quit now. But Sean? Post-high school, he worked 3 jobs for her college, wrecked his stomach. One side, bright future. Other, shared reliance. No clue how to choose. She went to Sean's room. His stuff minimal, some she insisted on buying. Still, it felt barren. Their traces gone. Her gifts, trip souvenirs, his cherished album, all vanished. On the window seat, gazing at the street, leaves swirling. She jolted, spotting a glint under the bed. Pulled it out, dusted. Memories unlocked. Jade pendant she bought with scholarship. Back home, families give pendants to boys at a certain age, decoration, but symbol of hopes, blessings. They were broke, barely ate, let alone that. Sean never said, but eyed others' pendants enviously. So, scholarship in, she got him one. Cheap, basic, hundreds bucks. He wanted her to return it, but she saw his joy. Their first big fight, he kept it. Wore it daily, rarely off. Clutching it, thoughts swirled. Elena returned to lab 2 days later. Haggard, like shrouded in gloom. Gavin acted normal, approached. My parents picked engagement venues. Pick your fave? Assumed she'd agree, handed the book. She glanced, pointed randomly. He didn't mind, hug her waist. Glad you see reason. She didn't pull away, even kissed back when he leaned in. Date night. She cut his steak past it. Thanks, Elena. You're the best. His smile blurred to young Sean. Their first steakhouse, clumsy with forks, asked for chopsticks. Fake meat, not gourmet, but her mind drifted. Elena? Called you, zoned out. She hid emotions. Nothing. Thought of work. He pouted. Date night. Thinking experiments? Tomorrow off. Amusement park. His request sparked Sean's carousel memory. They'd gone once things improved. Nodding unconsciously, she agreed. Elena. Elena. His shouts snapped her. Angry. What's with you? Spacing out. Couldn't explain. Park was where she'd taken Sean. Spots triggered memories. Silent. He fumed more. She soothed. Sorry. Want carousel? I'll join. Thrilled, he agreed. He clipped a cartoon hair accessory on her. No refusal. Carousel photos extra. He paid. She sat rigid, tense, relieved at end, but he dragged her to pick pics. Among tourist shots, her and Sean, staff must have snapped. Elena, couple's wall. Let's hang one. She tried stopping, but he ran ahead. She chased. Too late. He tore down her and Sean's pic, demanding, spacing cause of Sean. Lips moved, no words. Silence as admission. Furious, he shredded it, trashed, stormed off. Date bombed. She picked fragments, backhand writing, Sean's hand. Sean loves Elena. Staring, she pocketed it. Home, Gavin smashed living room stuff to vent. Expected apology texts, none. He hurled his phone. Days passed, no contact from her. Despite anger, he caved first. Elena, io verrected. In her office, grabbed her hand. Her fault. His apology, she couldn't push. Dinner tonight, gave him an out. He took it. Elena, no more fights? Flat. Okay. Set for 8, but experiment done early. She wanted to pick him. At door, overheard him and friend. You really ran off that Sean guy? Gavin scoffed. No degree gig worker, easy. But he was devoted to Elena. I threatened with old dirt. He bailed. Does Elena know you teamed with her half-brother to set her up? Ice in her veins. She dated Gavin, cause her half-brother threatened with her illegitimacy and mom's nudes. Leak would crush her worse than at 15. Lost. Gavin swooped in, blocked it, destroyed photos. Sword lifted. She was grateful. Sean saved her at 15. Now, Gavin erased her shame. No choice, agreed. But now, all his plot to force her. Inside, unaware, continued. She'll never know. Ever. Hearing. She withdrew her foot, stood silent, breath shallow. Wanted more. He delivered. Easy to control Elena. Thought 10 years solid. But she ditched for my dad's perks, became my lapdog. She dumped their bond. Breath halted. So that's how he saw her. Gasping like drowning, she burst in, eyes bloodshot, glaring. He looked up, into her gaze. Mask off, incredulous at him. But his words made sense. She approached, looking down at his panicked eyes, voice gritted. Gavin, all is set up. You directing? He realized she'd heard, panicked inside but composed. Tried her hand. No, pull away. Gained confidence, back to normal. Elena, let me explain. Slapped mid-sentence. He touched his swollen cheek, disbelieving. Then teary. Elena, you hit me? Trembling voice pleading. Usually worked, but fueled her rage. Still denying. He clutched his face. Elena, hitting me? Over that broke Sean. You flip on me? Fury boiled. She grabbed his throat. Admit it. All your play? Chilling tone shook him. No more hiding. Yeah, all me. Weight lifted, but her eyes reddened more. Why force Sean out? I already agreed to you. He countered. I'm Reynolds' heir, top Uniprez's son. Without me, your path smooth? I want more than agreement. All in love from you. Why share with a broke loser? Sean doesn't deserve love. You obsess over that rescue. I can be your savior too. Sean pulled you from water, but can't erase your shame. I can pull you out and launch you. Enraged, she slapped again. You're insane. He teared up. Elena, this for a loser? Loser fan flames. She cut enough. Thought you different. Turns out vile, using family power any means. He was right. She'd clawed here through hell. Hated entitled brats. First meet, knew his status. His advances repelled, but he seemed different. Academic drive, lab marathons despite privilege. Friendly to all, not like others. His pursuits softened her, but now laughable. To cage her, used her buried secret as lock. Stupid, ditched Sean for this spoiled kid. No more glance. Turned, but he stopped. Elena, walk out. Tomorrow your mom's affair pics and bastard status flood campus. She froze, incredulous. Gavin, you're disgusting like a fly. Her clear disgust stabbed. But I really love you. Plus, you disdain Sean too, right? Gap too wide for effort. He can't join conferences, snag resources in the game. She dismissed his words, no glance. Believed your crap. If not your schemes, Sean and I'd be fine. You repulse me. Stunned, with mask on, he stared, unsettling. As she turned, he laughed maniacally. Stopped her. She frowned, disgusted. Why laugh? Your act's hilarious and pitiful. Up, wipe tears, eyes mocking, hateful. Elena, you call me toxic. You think you're better? You betrayed your bond. Ditched Sean, you. Now, playing victim. Angrier, advancing. Deep now? 10 years. I chased months. You dumped it. Blame me? Dad's perks? Ops? Resources? You're ambition-driven. Sean saw through, left. You moped days, then engaged me. Words like swords, breathless. She staggered back, but he pressed. Angry not for Sean. Choked. He sneered at her. Not at all. Can't take my low view, that your love was my setup. Not for betrayed decade. Mad now, but won't last. Days, you'll crawl back for my family's power. Certain. Spoiled. Got what he wanted or forced it. Thought she'd panic, but cold laugh. Pulled USB. Embezzlement graft. How long your dad last? Face froze, gaze from smug to shock. You recorded? Snippet played. Furious. Dad network for you, you record? Elena, mon grateful. Sean quit school for you, you dumped, cleared your path, begged dad promote. You do this? Silent. Silent. Gavin, you threatened first. Now I'm vile? Naive. I'd be leashed forever. Panicked, no arrogance. Elena wrong. Don't release, please, anything. Apologize to Sean. Teary, clutching sleeve, begging. No pity. You forced this. Shove it down, left resolute. Didn't submit USB, but dangled like sword. Today, Gavin saw pregnancy test. For weeks. Smirked. Blocked her with it. Elena, we're having a baby. Handed report. Touched flat belly. Saw paper. Then him. Eyes darkened. Past wiped. Reynolds, only air. Post-wedding. Parents back you full. Make up for the kid. Hand on belly. No resistance. Confident. Soon shattered. She gripped his hand. Won't keep this mistake. Called guards, dragged him out. Elena. Can't, your flesh. Roared, but unmoved. My kid's only with Sean. This is rot. Booked abortion. His pleas futile. Blocked outside. Watched hope die. Infuriated her. Submitted USB next day. Reynolds family. Why won't Gavin pick up? Not at school. Call Elena. See if together. Mom's words stirred Dad's unease. Pulled phone for Elena. Door burst. Seeing entrance, Dad panicked. Gavin Reynolds Sr. Come with us. Gavin freed by Elena. 5 days later. Case closed. Seeing Mom's white hair, regret flooded. Mirror. Age 10 years. Eyes loveless, hateful. Elena, you'll pay. Sat in car, stared garage exit for her. Moment appeared. No hesitation, floor gas, rammed. Tires screeched. She turned, met his eyes. Elena, this your fault, die. A boom shattered the quiet. She collapsed in agony. His car hit pillar, unconscious. She woke to left leg throbbing. Assistant, prof, fractured leg, surgery done, rest up. Where's that psycho Gavin? Head injury, comatose. Assistant, dad committed suicide in jail. Mom followed. Unfazed, cremate both. 3 days, Gavin woke. Met Elena bedside eyes. Icy stare silenced. Fear trembled him. Guards held urns. Her gaze, your parents' ashes. He erupted. Elena, they were good to you, why? Reached, blocked. Guards dragged to bathroom, dumped ashes in toilet, flushed before him. No, pinned, despairing gaze on her. Watched parents vanish. Fresh awake, overstimulated, passed out. Assistant reported. Doc says brain trauma, mental issues. Face darkened, then institutionalize him. Don't touch. Who gave permission? Gavin shrieked at nurses. They restrained. Injected sedative. Limbs pinned. What are you giving? Body slackened. Watched injection. Done thought rest, but Gavin severe. Needs electroshock. Immobile mute. Bed wheeled to shock room. Eyes begged nurses. Ignored. Pads on. Cold shivered him. Shock starting. Current hit. Screams echoed. Stop. I'm not sick no more. Begged, only shocks answered. Post-shock felt dead. No current pain, but scars ached. Wheeled and next, screams, crashes inside. Door, ICU. Terror, knelt begging. Please, cooperate. No here. Silent, pushed in. Patients pounced like toy. Banged door for help, clamped, muffled, dragged deep. Next day, fetch for treatment, curl corner. Stay away, don't touch. Usual resistor saw nurse as hope, clutched. Treat me, get me out. Seeing, outside Elena handed card to director. Gavin's your trouble now. Fawning, our duty. Back in town, felt surreal. Decade unchanged, decor updated, all same. At Tyler's diner, reunion warm, he hugged. Why back sudden? Concern hit. Eyes stung, froze. Sean, what happened? Saw my face. Fight with Elena? Couldn't hold. Sighed, spilled all. Elena's ungrateful. You dropped out, slave for her school. Years of crap. Finally good. She dumps you. Furious, louder. Calm over. Didn't want repayment anyway. Here now, don't stab my back. Quick. Place booming. Inspectors soon for resort. Nodded. He grinned. Tourism hot. Small town life's good. Days in. Fresh air. Slow pace. No stress. Loved it. Old temple we hit. Elevated tourist spot. Off today go. Followed to temple. Wish tree same as decade ago. Found spot with Elena's old wish card. Yanked. Trashed. Why toss? Voice startled. Turned. Closed. Backed. Sorry, scare you? I'm Sophia Young. Tourist curious. Wave off. Fine. Glance trash. Useless now. Bad luck keeping. She leaned. So free-spirited. Bitter inside. Easy said, heavy done. Entered hall. Knelt to statue. Prayed often for Elena. This own. Hope Sean healthy. All smooth. Tyler urgent. Left. No ruse. Wanderth. Abbott stopped. Gave amulet. You'll get your wish. Cryptic gone. I puzzled. Descent. Sky darkened. Thunder. Rain poured. New pavilion ahead. Ran. Roadside. Someone down. Closer. Sophia. Pale. Hands on chest. No think. Asked Sophia what? Faint. Meds. Frantic pockets search. Bottle. Fed pills. Rain soaked us. Helped her to pavilion. Dusk. Heard calls for her. Yelled back. Gave to bodyguards. Left. Rain. Morning fever. Skip diner. Meds. Thought rest, but dizzer. Knock. Forced up. Opened. Sophia. Blacked out. Woke hospital. Don't move for. Her voice. Turned. Thanks for saving yesterday. Doc said rain caused fever. Took her water. Thanks. No, thank you. Heart attack. If not you bodyguards too late. Lifesaver. Unforgettable. Laughed. She checked phone. Serious. Hesitant gaze. Speak up. Hesitated. Doc says stomach issue. Full check. Her look clued. Issue. Not shocked. Last check warned. Ignored. Stomach pain routine. Oh. She saw calm as denial. It's okay. I'll help treat. No, handle myself. Firm shake. You save me, my turn. Afraid refusal. Hate owing. First care in years. Eyes stung. For Elena, gave much. No reciprocation. Random help to Sophia. Bitter smile. Got why buddy said unworthy. Elena not worth heart. Next day, Sophia took me to city. Better resources, experts, town equipment lacking. Window, didn't expect back so soon. She got specialists. Early stomach cancer. Surgery needed. She stayed hospital. Urged leave. She looked sad. Next day back with food. When Sean returned to the city, Elena went to his hometown. Tyler's door pounded. He approached annoyed. Coming stop. Opened. Saw Elena. Pause composed. Professor Brooks, what? Gist Sankady. In town, Tyler's only pal. Years. Pitted Sean's sacrifices. Advised against. Sanig North. Last visit. Spilled. So first sight. Impatient, disdainful. Tyler, you're Sean's closest. Checked his house. Empty. You know where. First such Elena. Reports poised prof. Now haggard. No clue. Slam attempt. Blocked. What? I and Sean buds, but no reports on whereabouts. Really don't. No need this. Plus, playing devoted. Who for? Sean loved you. You ignored. Chase that Gavin. Help trash Sean. He left. Your wish, right? With Gavin's help, bright future. Why back on Riverdale for Sean? Angrier. Prof, don't bother me. There. He left means no see you, don't harass. Clear, but she pushed. All for reasons. Enough. Cut. Reasons? Shameless say, I embarrassed here. Fool yourself. Not me, pointless. Pointless. Slammed. Ignored her. She dropped hand dejected to old shared house. Renovated better. Memory-led backyard. Locust tree, swing, worn, flakes on touch. Stared lost, past with Sean surfaced. Here, through darkest days. Walls no barrier to slurs, gossip. Near breakdown, Sean covered ears. Elena, fine, I'm always here. Decade turn, Sean's there. Saw him work 3 for her tuition. Winter frostbite. Kissed hands. Sean, better life for you. Time faded vow. Later, good life. Cared about whispers on her and Sean. Gig working dropout, unworthy. Stung more. Avoided his work, didn't defend mockery, scorned his gifts. Squatted, pain against wall. Sorry, San. City. No need daily, self-care, plus nurses. She set food regardless. No, but wants. Gaze intense, averted awkwardly. Sensed her feelings. Unsaid, couldn't call. She used lifesaver excuse. Tomorrow busy, can't come. Eat well, surgery soon. Doc says nutrition aids recovery. Left, room silent. Outside gloom, irritated. Used her chatter. Hospital quiet. Admit, talks lifted mood. Pre-surgery nerves, garden walk. San. Turned, Elena. Hallucination? Rushed hug I dodged. She withdrew awkwardly, sick. How've you been? Backed. Thanks concern fine. Elena prepped words, but his distance hurt. Lips moved, stuck. Sean wrong. Institutionalized Gavin. Reynolds ruined for corruption. Had no choice, young prof, mini-eyeing spot. Gavin and I nothing. Sean, I love you, my forever lean. Decade, no confession. Now easy. Looked, words meaningless now. Never relationship. You love, who irrelevant. Hit sore spot. Shook head pale, denied. Not did wrong, hurt you but. Sean, knew your love, took granted, hurt to test. Now realize, can we? Cut, trembling, know why hurt? Not repeated hurts, you assumed I'd stay, deserved it. Love enough drop school, gig for your college. Knew you with Gavin, left quiet, no ruined career. Elena, decade, no love word. Thought shy, actually disdain. Knew disdain, let go. Why here? Didn't disdain. Scoff, shouldn't. Raised hand. Earned tuition, winter, dishwashing. Still frostbite winters. Knees, hauling heavy, worn. Rain aches. Back, calluses. Dirty jobs all. Mirror, grimy, unworthy self. Could think, but her disdain unbearable. 20 didn't like style, but saved cash. One shirt, 8 years, no winter coat. Sick, cheap meds tough. Elena, saw all, never cared. San, sorry, truly regret. Laughed lightly. If regret erases, say save cause crush. Years funding, regret too. No demand repay, but can't accept enjoy my labor, trample heart. No more tangle. If nothing, going. She wanted retain, words stuck. Let him go. The night before the surgery, I lay in bed, unable to sleep. But the door creaked open, and I looked over to see Sophia, sneaking in carefully. Sure. The nurses didn't notice me. I slipped in to keep you company. I knew you'd be awake. Sophia sat on the edge of the bed and turned on a small nightlight, placing it on the bedside table. It projected a starry sky across the room. You said you wanted to see the aurora. Once you're recovered, I'll take you to see it, okay? I watched her and replied, okay. Under her soothing presence, my initial tension eased, and I gradually drifted off to sleep. After Sean fell asleep, Sophia sat by the bed the entire night. The next morning, before the surgery, Sophia held my hand tightly, and I could feel her nervousness. After the surgery, I have a secret to tell you. The doors closed, and the operating room light turned on. She waited outside, her palms sweating from anxiety. At that moment, Elena approached and saw the light on. Without thinking, she grabbed Sophia's collar. What happened to Sean? Why is he in surgery? Sophia, who had investigated Sean after developing feelings for him, naturally recognized Elena. She punched Elena in the face, her expression full of anger. You have the nerve to ask what happened to him? After all those years together, did you even know he has stomach cancer? Elena's movements froze instantly. You said, he has stomach cancer? Sophia scoffed. Yes, he ruined his stomach working to support you, and it went untreated for years, turning into cancer. Elena's expression became increasingly anxious. How is he now? What did the doctors say? Sophia stepped back, maintaining distance. What's the point of asking now? This condition didn't develop in a few days. You had money to buy a big villa, but no money to take him to the doctor? Faced with Sophia's questions, Elena was speechless. Sophia didn't want to tangle with her further. He's in surgery right now. I don't want to say more. If you want to wait, stay. If not, get out of here and stop pretending to be devoted. It disgusts me. The surgery lasted nearly 7 hours. As soon as the light went off, Sophia rushed forward. Doctor, how did it go? The surgery was very successful. He just needs to rest well afterward. Hearing the doctor's words, Sophia let out a sigh of relief. When can I visit him? He'll need to be observed in the ICU for now. You can check with the nurses for the visitation procedures. Elena tried to go in as well, but the doctor stopped her. I'm sorry. Only family members are allowed. As she started to protest, Sophia's bodyguards escorted her away. Sophia put on protective gear and entered the monitoring room. Seeing Sean's pale face and the oxygen mask he was wearing, she couldn't hold back and gently kissed his forehead. Our life is going to be wonderful from now on. When I woke up again, I turned my head and saw Sophia napping by the bed, holding my hand tightly with dark circles under her eyes. I tried to pull my hand away, but she woke up immediately. Are you in pain? The pain pump was working effectively, so I shook my head and smiled at her. Sophia's eyes turned red, and she held my hand as she cried. You scare me to death. You were in a coma for 3 days. I thought you might never wake up. I moved my lips, and she leaned her ear close to my mouth. You said you'd tell me a secret after the surgery. Sophia whispered into my ear, I like you, Sean. Don't rush to respond. Just rest. You can tell me the rest in a few days. After 3 days of recovery, I like you, Sean. Don't rush to respond. Just rest. You can tell me the rest in a few days. After 3 days of recovery, I could eat liquid food, and my color had improved. Sophia placed the porridge in front of me. It's hot, eat slowly. I held her hand and said, Sophia, I have something to say. I looked at her, seeing that vibrant face and recalling all the things she had done for me. The flowers delivered on time, the medicine she brewed herself, the thoughtful care. These were small things, but they accumulated in my heart, watering the seed there until it took root, sprout, and grew strong. I realized I no longer needed passionate, fiery love. What I wanted was a steady, gentle flow. So I asked Sophia, do you love me that much? Of course, but I don't have a glamorous job. That's fine. I loved someone for a long time before. I don't mind at all. Sophia looked at me with eyes full of love, holding her breath as if afraid to approach. Her heart pounded as she told me the words she had rehearsed countless times. Sean, I love you, just you, nothing else. Of course, I don't care about your past. A warm breeze seemed to scatter my last hesitations. Sophia, will you be my girlfriend? Sophia was so excited that she didn't sleep well for several days. Just as Sean was about to be discharged, Elena burst in. For the past few days, she had been blocked outside by Sophia's bodyguards. I looked at the tense Sophia and patted her hand reassuringly. It's okay. It's time to make things clear. Seeing the two of them together stung Elena. Sean, what is your relationship with her? Elena, you keep saying you're here to visit, but the first thing you do is interrogate me. Don't you think that's ridiculous? Elena looked panicked. I'm sorry. I just care about you. Our relationship has nothing to do with you. And Elena, we're already over. I looked at her and directly negated my own words. No, from beginning to end, we never had any relationship. If anything, it was just a sponsor and sponsor dynamic. Who I love and who I date now is none of your business. Hearing Sean's words, Elena was stunned. She turned her head slowly and said, Sean, what do you mean? She knew deep down, but she was unwilling to accept it. No, you love me the most. You used to love me so much. Elena, people need to look forward. Sean's voice was very soft, almost inaudible to her. Seeing Elena's expression, I suddenly thought of my old self. My eyes had been filled only with her, even though she didn't have me in her heart. I could give up everything for her, endure hardship for her. I ignored her disdain, content as long as she grew more successful and shared a few words when she came home. It was she who had personally crushed my hopes and made me give up. I had thought we could never meet again. But unexpectedly, she came looking for me, saying she regretted it. Elena, the moment you got together with Gavin, there was no more us. That sentence brought the final curtain down on their story. But Elena didn't understand. Her frustration was evident on her face. She seemed baffled, or perhaps unable to accept it. But Gavin is gone now, and the Reynolds family is ruined too. Can we go back to how things were? We could have a grand wedding and tell the whole world that I love you. That wouldn't be good at all. I shook my head. Elena, you know we can't go back. Elena knew deep down that even if Sean forgave her, those past events would still be an insurmountable barrier between them. She couldn't let go, and they couldn't move past it. She stood there dazed for a long time, finally realizing that what Sean said was true. After a while, a belated apology. "I'm sorry. San. Sean held Sophia's hand and walked out. He left Elena standing there in a daze. In that instant, she seemed to hear a shattering sound. She unconsciously took a few steps forward, but stopped just before the bodyguards blocked her. Sean's shadow gradually disappeared. In a trance, she felt as if she had returned to the time when she was 15 and saved by Sean. Her heart felt like dead ashes. Sean had been the light in her dark world. Relying on that faint light, she had endured countless long nights. The events of the past emerged one by one in her mind, and only then did Elena realize that Sean had been preparing to leave long ago. From the moment his gaze toward her no longer held obsession. From the time she came home and no longer saw him happily coming to the door to greet her. Indeed, they couldn't go back. Elena shook her head bitterly, dragging her heavy footsteps away without the slightest pause. The following winter, Sean's body had fully recovered, and the results of his checkup made both of them very happy. Sophia took him to see the aurora he had always wanted to witness. The wind howled, brushing across Sean's face. He pulled his scarf tighter. Norway's winter nights were bone-chillingly cold, but for the sake of seeing the aurora, it was all worth it. Hang in there a little longer. The guide said there's a high chance of seeing the aurora tonight. Sophia, standing beside him, handed over a thermos. Drink some hot water to warm your stomach. The aurora. At the guide's words, the two of them looked up simultaneously. In the distant sky, a faint green light slowly unfurled like a light veil. At first, the glow was very weak, but gradually, that green light became brighter and brighter, eventually turning into a flowing river. "It's so beautiful," I murmured, having already forgotten the cold. Sophia stood beside Sean, equally stunned by the wonder of nature, her mouth agape. She stole glances at Sean's face. Under the illumination of the aurora, his eyes sparkled with a brilliance even more dazzling than the lights themselves. "San." Sophia suddenly turned to face him, her voice trembling slightly. "What's wrong?" I turned my head and saw Sophia looking at me very seriously. At that moment, Sophia did something I hadn't anticipated at all. She knelt on one knee in the snow and slowly pulled a box from her pocket. I held my breath, my eyes widening as I watched Sophia take out a diamond ring from the box. Sophia took a deep breath. "Sean, will you love me for the rest of your life?" At that moment, the aurora in the sky had reached its most brilliant phase, as if the heavens themselves were blessing this love. I felt my eyes growing moist, so I nodded. "I absolutely will." When spring arrived, the two of them held their wedding. To make up for the regrets of the past, Sean went abroad to study. Though his initial scores were average, he worked his way up to a PhD. When he gave a speech at a top university, he looked at Sophia, sitting in the audience below. "I owe my achievements today to the unwavering support of my beloved. Because of her silent encouragement, I was able to stand here in a position that once seemed unattainable." The audience erupted into thunderous applause, like a tidal wave. Sophia stood up with a bouquet of flowers and walked toward him. "Sophia, I love you." "Sean, I love you too."